All right, guys, we're back with top four hat format at Epic Cards and Games in Hurst, Texas. We got Robert Hernandez on the left playing, I think, a standard hat deck versus Sheriff Los on the right playing Mermails. So Robert did go undefeated in Swiss. He's a 1 seed. Los went X1, so we'll see if the 1 seed gets knocked out in the first round of Top Cut. It does happen often. So it looks like he's normal summons Curry Bandit, excavates the top 5 cards of his deck. It is Ignition, MST, and Trap Trick, Trap Hole Nightmare, Maxi, Mermail. So Curry Bandit, the turn is normal summon. You contribute it during your end phase. Excavate the top 5 cards of your deck. Add one of those excavated spell and traps to your hand. The rest go to the graveyard. So we'll see. Can the Sheriff get to another finals with Mermail? Robert has never made the finals on the channel. The furthest he's gotten is top 4. He's gotten top 4 like 2 or 3 times. Alright, so he summons Abyss Pike, and then Robert decides to Solemn Warning the Abyss Pike. Solemn Warning is the counter trap, negates basically any summon, normal, special, flip, anything. And end phase, Robert activates Call the Haunted to bring back Trap Tricks Mermail. So Trap Tricks Mermail, when it's special summoned, you can destroy any spell trap. So he attacks Los for 16. Now Robert sets 2 more. So I'm guessing because, well, he doesn't really know what that other card is. He's probably guessing the new one of the new ones could be whatever he added off the Curry Bandit. So here Los summons Genix Undyne, which sends any water monster from your deck to the graveyard, but you have to add a Genix controller from your deck to your hand. So you see there, he's going to send Dragoons, add Genix controller, and then activate Atlantean Dragoons, which when it's sent to the graveyard for a water monster's effect, you search any Sea Serpent from your deck to your hand except itself. Does it have to be a water, or is it any Sea Serpent? Well, I guess almost all the Sea Serpents are water monsters, right? Alright, let's see what Los is going to search. He searches Marksman with Dragoons' effect. Marksman is a Sea Serpent. At least that's what, yeah, he's thinking about that. Yeah, it's one Sea Serpent. So he reveals Megalo by discarding 2 Marksmans. Robert chains Maxi to Megalo, to the reveal of Megalo, because you reveal Megalo. And then the chain link start. So you reveal, discard, chain Maxi, then the Marksman targets, and then the Marksman, since they're mandatory in the grave, have to be chain link 1 and 2. Megalo's chain link 3. So Robert chained both the spell and traps that Los sniped with Marksman. He chained the Artifact Ignition, and he chained the Breakthrough skill to negate the Megalo's effect. So Megalo will not... When it's special summoned by that effect, it searches a Mermail, Abyss spell, or trap card from your deck to your hand. And let's see. What did Robert use Ignition on? I guess he used Ignition just to set an artifact from his deck. Like he MST'd his Breakthrough skill. So yeah, his Breakthrough skill is just a trap card and negate a monster effect. So I'm going to go over everything that happened. And then Ignition is an MST, but you have to set a... Yes, you have to set an artifact from your deck. And here, Los activates Soul Charge. Now, he isn't under Maxi. Maxi is a quick effect during either player's turn. You can discard it from your hand to the graveyard. For the rest of the turn, each time your opponent special summons, you draw 1 card. So here, he's Ignitions his... What was it? Beagle Tack. Okay, so here, Los can... The best thing he can do is make a rank 3. He is still under Max C, though, so he has to make a choice. I keep giving Robert draws. So, Soul Charge is a... You can only activate 1 Soul Charge per turn. It's a spell card Los activated. Special summon as many monsters as possible, and if you do, you take 1,000 for each. And you cannot conduct your battle phase the turn you activate Soul Charge. And then, what Robert did in response was, he ignitioned his, what was it, Beagle Tack. Beagle Tack was special summon. When it's special summoned during your opponent's turn, you can destroy up to 2 set cards you control. So he popped his Moral Attack. So the artifacts, when they're destroyed in your spawn trap card zone, you can special summon them only during your opponent's turn. And then Moral Attack is a When it's special summoned during your opponent's turn, destroy any face-up card your opponent controls and it doesn't target. So here he XYZ summons Constellar Pleiades, which is a rank 5. You need 2 level 5 light monsters to make it. So here he can bounce back his call. Like, it's not looking good for the Sheriff. That Max C hurt him really bad. And just the artifacts are just really good cards. They disrupt your plays. So the Pleiades is 2,500, attacks over the Megalo, and now the Mermail can hit over the Marksman for 200. And now he's going to, yes, I knew he was going to do this. Consider Pleiades is a quick effect. During either player's turn, you can return any card on the field to the graveyard. Okay, and then since he bounced back the call, the Mermail was destroyed. Then he normal summons another Mermail. Yeah, this is not looking good for the Sheriff. He's going to have Bottomless and Pleiades and Call. 3 disruptions for Los to get through. And all Los has is Controller. So Los can threaten a Black Rose by summoning the Controller. That's one thing we know he can do. Yes, he's going to threaten Black Rose here. And let's see what Robert does in response. We know he could just call the Haunted, pop the Controller. I think that's the play. And then if Los has any other response, you have Pleiades. I think that's the play. Call, Moral Attack, pop Controller. We'll see what else Robert has. So, yeah. Oh, no, he has Sanctum, too? Oh. Yeah, this is not looking good for the Sheriff. So, Artifact Sanctum special summon is an artifact from your deck. And remember, if Moral Attack is special summoned during your opponent's turn, you pop a face-up card which doesn't target. And yeah, that was game. Los knew it was over. There's no point to continue. Robert drew really well that game. Yeah, and the main deck, Maxi, I don't know. Like, Maxi, it was funny because I was watching Frazier's video on, he did like kind of like a report for some big online hat tournament. And apparently, like, half the field was main deck and Maxi, and the other half was siding it. And when it comes to Maxi, I feel like it's just going to come down to what you pair it against. If you pair it against decks like Mermail, you will do well. But if you play against a lot of hat decks and Girya, Maxi is just going to be mid. So it's just up to you. Me, I'm more on the side deck camp. But some people like it in the main. All right, so here, Robert special summon artifact Beagle Tag during Los's turn. Tries to pop his Moral Attack. Or he does pop his Moral Attack, but it has to go to the graveyard. So Los chain DD Crow to get rid of the Moral Attack. And here, Los activates Mermail Abyss Sphere. Oh, this hurts. This hurts really bad. So Mermail Abyss Sphere special summons a Mermail from your deck and destroyed during the end phase. So it's almost always a +1 for your opponent when they max see your Abyss Sphere. So here, he brought out Abyssland with Sphere. Then Robert attacked over the Abyssland with Beagle Attack. Mermail Abyssland was destroyed, so it special summoned Mermail Abyss Pike from his deck. And Mermail Abyss Pike, when it's normal summoned or special, you can discard 1 water monster from your hand to add a level 3 water monster from your deck to your hand. So I think he starts Gen X Undyne. And then he discarded Atlantean Heavy Infantry, which just when it's sent to the graveyard for a water monster's effect, it destroys any face-up card I believe your opponent controls. I don't know if you can do your own. All right, and Lowe's Breakthrough Skill, the Mermail, which Breakthrough Skill is basically just a trap card that just negates an effect. But then you can use it during your turn in your graveyard as well, except the turn it's sent to the graveyard. All right, let's see what the Sheriff can do. Normal summons Mermail Abyssland. And here comes Bottomless, which hurts really bad because Lyn has to go to the graveyard to get its effect. Either by battle or card effect. Either player's card effect. So you can like Torrential your own Lyn. I actually didn't know Torrential was at 1 in hat format. Alright. So here, Robert summons Traptrix Dionea, which is basically a Blizzard / Debris Dragon. He brings, for Traptrix monsters, he brings back Traptrix Mermail, and Mermail, when it's special summoned, pops a Sputter Trap. So he pops Lo's MST, and Lo's chain the MST on Robert's call, and then Robert XYZ summons Abyss Dweller. I mean, because he knows. Do you have to preemptively use this? I guess. He preemptively uses Dweller. So Los has Genix Undyne, Genix Controller, and 2 other cards in his hand. How many cards are in Robert's hand? But Los is low. Los is at 2,000. Oh, but Los can just breakthrough skill the Dweller. That's why a lot of Mermail players main deck breakthrough skill, because Dweller is so easy to make. Especially with Soul Charge, and there's so many rank 4 decks. So, yeah. Okay, I guess they messed up life. Or they didn't reset it from last game. Is that what happened? Yeah, I think they forgot to reset from last game. All right. So Los has. Does he let the Dweller go through? He has Undyne. He has Controller. He has 2 other cards in his hand. Okay, so they're kind of even in cards. So this is still anyone's game. So he does breakthrough skill the Dweller. So Genix Undyne can potentially run over the Dweller. Okay, yeah, he sends Tidal. I think he's going to send Tidal. So he adds the second controller from his deck to his hand. So yeah, Tidal is a Dragon Ruler. There's 4 of them. They're all limited to 1. They have 3 effects, but you can only use 1 effect per turn. So he's going to use a special summon effect. Ooh, but Robert had the DD Crow. So yeah, the Tidal, you can special summon it from your hand or graveyard by... Yeah, you special from your hand or graveyard by banishing dragons from your hand or graveyard or water monsters. So we know Traptrix Dionea is a blizzard / debris dragon, brings back a Traptrix monster. He brings back Dionea itself. So when Dionea is special summon, you can set a normal hole and trap card from your graveyard, but it gets banished, I think, during your next turn or the end phase. I can't remember. I just know it gets banished, so you kind of have it temporarily, the trap hole card. It's still pretty good. You know, if your opponent tries to fight back next turn, you at least have that whole trap card for 1 turn. Second Dweller? Oh no, that Gusto Emerald. So that Gusto Emerald, you target 3 monsters in your graveyard, return them to the deck, and draw 1 card. It's a good card to recycle your resources. So we know Los's hand is 2 Genix controllers and Atlantean. Yeah, Los's hand is pretty bad. Depending on what that back row, let's hope that back row is good, because it's not looking good for the Sheriff. I think he needs a Bisphere, but even if it is a Bisphere, Robert has Dweller. Yeah, it's not looking good for the Sheriff. Did he just draw a dead Undyne? Oh yeah, he just drew a dead Undyne. That's really unlucky. That unless he plays 3 controller, which I highly doubt. So he sets controller. Let's see if Robert will walk into the bluffed controller. Like, does Robert play around Lind, or is he gonna call his bluff? Like, I think you set one of those 2 controllers. We'll find out. Do you play it safe or do you get greedy? So he summons Ice Hand. So he's checking. He sees 1 Lind is gone. 2 Linds are gone. Oh, I don't. If it 2 Linds are gone, okay, well played by Robert. 2 Linds are gone. Yeah, I would have done the same thing. I think some people only play 2. I don't know how I feel about that. I like 2 Lind. If I were to play Mermail, I'd probably consider playing 2. You don't ever want to draw 2 of them. Plus, you can go get them from your deck with a Bisphere. And you can search it with, like, Pike, Tias. So it's like, I think you don't really need 3. So then he end phase, ignitions. Oh, Los didn't use the Malcat? I don't think it really matters. Maybe he didn't want to just Malcat 1. So he uses Dweller during the standby phase or draw phase. Los does have Soul Charge. That was a good draw, but you're at 15. So what can you do? You can make a black rose, but you're at 500. So what do you do if you're Lowe's? What does a rank 3 do? Oh, I guess he has Levier play. Yeah. But what does Levier do? You can get a Lin back and stall, I guess. Yeah. So he gets back Lind. So he soul charges back Lind, and then he can like just pass. Yeah, he's just planning a stall with Lind. Is that game? Oh yeah, Cowboy. Oh, Los is conceding, but Robert's being a jerk. He's gonna cowboy him for game, and then do the gunshot. Yeah, Los was upset. Roberts has not lost his tournament. He is 6-0 with Had, so we'll see if he can get his first win on the channel. Yeah, I think Los is upset because some people just love to trash talk when they win, and Robert was trash talking Los after he beat him. So, yeah, congrats to Robert against his first finals. We'll see if he can get his first win. Hope you guys enjoyed that match, and we'll be back soon for the finals. Bye, guys.